So CNN. It's so funny that because the Chuds think the MAGA people think that
they think CNN is like some fucking like fucking commie like Marxist.
Yes. Communist News Network.
Yeah. You wish, dude.
They think it's they think that real leftists that want socialism in America are what's CNN? Let's go to CNN and don't you dare touch our institution like that. So then they see that happening and they're thinking oh man, this is crazy. So CNN got defaced. There was that guy throwing the dynamite. Was that at the CNN building? That was
I think
awesome.
that was that. Yeah, that's in fact I think they started throwing that shit when they learned that there was a precinct in the CNN building. Like literally, they're like, oh, there's cops here.
Well, that's what people are saying. They're like, why are they burning down CNN? And I'm like, well, that wasn't even a question of mine. I know why you should burn down CNN, but then there all of a sudden people pulled it up on the map and stuff on Google Maps and stuff, and it says there's a police precinct inside the CNN building.
Yeah.
So liberal CNN. Does Fox News have a precinct?
That's a great question.
They probably
do. They need one when they have a fucking armed militia, dude?
No, it's just Sean Hannity just puts on a police uniform and he just changes the name tag on his desk to Deputy fucking Hannity or something.
Because you know. Sorry, it's a little off topic, but a third of there are for sure some real ass conservative 2A bros, that for sure know how to use a gun. And I will say not all of them, but for sure a lot of them would protect and serve given the chance, in some militia shit. If push came to shove, some of them would be fighting for the people or whatever. Not most. That's the rare breed. But
I don't know about a third, but I'll give you a third, a 15%. I'll give you about 15%.
But a third of the Shapiros are fucking, oh yeah, come to my door, I'll have my gun ready, bro. And they've never pulled a trigger. They fucking would be puss out so hard.
Bro, Ben, dude, can you imagine just Ben Shapiro with a little 22 behind his door, dude saying some kind of prayer or something?
A fucking a 22 is too much kickback for him, dude. It's how?
And then somebody just puts 15 hot ones in his body like that. It's just that's that's how you go. But what I am saying is about the conservatives. The all last month, this month's felt forever. They've been freedom this, freedom that, and like I said, I've been getting frustrated with the lockdown. We all have. Right now it's got to be over now, right? Because you can't enforce anything.
Yeah.
But so what I saw a lot of people, and we know conservatives are hypocritical about how they want freedom, right? They want freedom for them, not freedom for you.
It's gun freedom for ones. The Reagan freedom, the white freedom. Yeah, exactly.
They're constitutionalists. The Constitution defines a black person as a 3/5 of a human. Yeah. So
you can have 3/5 of a gun, not the trigger, not the ammo.
Yeah.
Not the
you could just you could just have a clip, a clip that you can't fire.
You can have the barrel and the little pokey, the fucking 1776 pokey thing at the end.
Which is crazy because there would have been some George Washington Carver dude that made a fire ass gun out of that and just shot somebody back then.
Yeah.
Just some sick ass black scientist that would have put made that work, and they're actually I turned it into the first automatic weapon. And
but I don't want to derail you, but just one quick factoid I learned the other day is there were black soldiers fighting on behalf in the Revolutionary War on behalf of the British, for the sole purpose that they were way more anti-slavery than the American colonizers, basically, which is it's a mixed bag kind of thing. But I thought that was hella interesting.
Well, it's funny because it's that's also not true. Great Britain.
Great Britain is for sure calling it. But I just found that interesting. Great Britain is objectively historically better on slavery. On
they're like the Sugar Hill Gang. They're like the Sugar Hill Gang of slavery.
Just come out.
Yeah, they're the first one. They're
I'm King George III, and I'm here to say,
that's what I mean. So
anyway, go on. I didn't mean to.
So they're protesting, hey, freedom. You can't lock us down forever. And for some of them, I kind of thought, that's kind of a valid point because our system's so fucked that this quarantine's probably not actually doing anything. So I was saying that, and I get that. But then they're I saw the Minnesota. Police department or something, whatever it was, one of those breaking 911 type things. Tweet, they're governor or mayor something put an 8 p.m. curfew on the city, which is laughable as
fuck. There's one in I just learned this morning. There's one in Portland right now.
Oh sure, yeah.
Which I want to get in. I want to. I want to get into later. But go on. Yeah.
But then they turn around. I see all these chuds go, thank God for the curfew. It's what? I thought it was freedom.
Yeah.
I thought it was people owning guns, standing up against
extreme hypocrisy, dude.
The biggest form of government, in my opinion, is the police force. I mean, the biggest show of big government, like on display, is a police department in your own country.
Militarized
It's
police
another
force.
military.
Yeah.
And just real fast, I just want to like, because we'll riff on like the specifics, but like I don't think a lot of people quite know exactly like where we stand on issues like this, because you and I are mostly talking like economics. Like there is an economic background to this. Like capitalism just is straight up gasoline for like just fascism and
especially
slavery
combined
and stuff
with systemic racism and you know.
Yes, capitalism was invented to basically just pay the worker the least amount of money.
It's
have the most profit for the sharecropper.
It's the best the powers that be could do without abject slavery or anything. And I'm not comparing wage slavery to fucking slavery or anything. But anyway, go on. Yeah.
So the way I see it is like our prison system is basically privatized, right?
100%.
So there has to be quotas for those profit-based prisons.
Yep. It's like a cop with a speeding ticket kind of shit. You know, you got to get like 20 a month or something. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is also the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard. But like the way, I don't know, like there's people that just go like, look, whites get targeted like more unfairly by police. Remember those graphs, those like fucking stupid graphs that people would post where it's like white people are 55% of the police murders. Yeah. It's like,
but when you actually run the numbers, it proves our point for us. Yeah, it's like
Well, no, it's like so black people are. Or I guess it's technically non-Hispanic black, right? So I mean, honestly, it's probably a bit bigger than
Hispanic
this because,
like, you know, if you blacks, but
well, no, but I'm saying like Dominicans and stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's that. So like, but I'm saying the cop sees the black skin, they're not really gonna care. Like,
hold up, are you Haitian or are you fucking sub-Saharan?
The guy, he's just got like one of those traveling vocabulary books in front of him. But like. So you can't tell me that they're not unfairly targeting people who basically all these stories about police brutality, there's usually like, it's not usually their first run-in with the police, right? And that's what's used against them. Yeah. Like in the news. Yeah. The smear campaign. Oh, this isn't his first run-in with the police. He got pulled over 13 times last month. It's like, and he didn't go to jail once and you got pulled over 13 times. Yeah. You don't think maybe... You know, like something's a bit 100%. Wrong. Like George Floyd. Yeah, George Floyd knew this is getting like this shit's happening so fast right now. I wanted to bring up the fact that these guys knew each other, worked in the same place for 17 years.
What's up with that?
Derek Chauvin, and of course the QAnon people take that and go, well, did it really happen? Yeah.
It's like you guys will reach for the craziest shit, and then like literally That's why I hate. That's why I hate partisan conspiracy theorists, because they're the worst.
Exactly.
Dude, especially the libs, but definitely the conservatives for the fucking.
Conservatives do their fair share. Yeah.
But fucking dude, and I love all the compilations of cops. Like there's one that just happened, like literally like a black dude, young dude too, like rolled through a stop sign, like a block away from his house. They had him. He was like hands above his, like on his stomach, on the grass, on his front lawn. Like 4 cops had a gun on him, and his sister and his grandma are like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" Everyone's freaking out, right? And you know, and then compare that to like some crazy ass white dude who's like obviously mentally ill, like throwing, like, bum rushing a cop, like throwing shit at him.
He went to the cop. Yeah. He ran at the cop, was throwing shit, and said, "You're gonna fucking die." Yeah.
And he's like the cops firing off like quote unquote warning shots, like into the ground. Like, hang on, like I'm on my 5th warning shot. Like, let me fucking.
He's doing like some Benny Hill or like Keystone Cop shit, like fumbling all these things that aren't a gun. Like, all my keys are falling out of my pocket. Oh.
I love the genre, and I think it's about to get more popular. It's always been, ever since like cell phones were a thing. It's been like for cool white dudes or white people or non-black people, I should say. Of just immediately recording any cop interaction with a black dude, right? You know, you just like literally post up and be like, "What up?" You know, this is my First Amendment right. You know, like you can't. But I think that's about to get a lot more lit. Like anytime anyone gets pulled over, we're just gonna be like, "Skirt," like Android. You know, just fucking,
But it's crazy because the body camera thing happened, right? Yeah. The body camera thing happened. It did nothing.
Nothing. Zero. Color me shocked.
So it's like,
color me shocked.
The conservatiors are acting like we just went from like, this is the first ever police killing and they're burning down the entire city. Yeah. It's like, that's not where we started. Dude, you didn't even, like, people freaked out so hard about a guy kneeling just to draw attention to it.
Dude, it was a nationwide news story, dude.
And then, you know,
and I must say, dude, fuck Jay.
No, I'm talking about Kaepernick. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I mean. Yeah. And I just on that tip, like, fuck Jay-Z, fuck all the rich non-white people that were clowning on, being like, yo, bro, like, we're done kneeling, it's done, you made your point. And like,
but that's capitalism.
Exactly, dude.
I mean, honestly, that's where that is. Like, that's what breeds that. And I'm not even trying to get into like the way black people interact with each other, because like we're the last people that should be like honestly commenting on that. But it is capitalism. It's kind of like,
I feel 100% in my right to criticize Jay-Z for like clowning on Kaepernick.
No, I see what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, he was like, in general,
he's like, yo, Cap, we're good, we'll chill. Like, I got this from here. And then he's like, yo, Megan Trainor, do you want to be our media lead for the NFL? he hired like Megan Trainor.
And he has like he has like a huge deal. And like, Travis Scott, right? He'll be on. Yeah. Travis Scott was on like the thing, and he's like, look, man, it's just like we got to stop killing each other first. Like, he's just doing all that kind of stuff. I'm like, hey, guess what? If there was no black on black crime tomorrow, police would still be fucking killing black people.
100%.
It just is what it is. Like on Chapo, the last Chapo episode, and I just listen to them if you want the good information on this, but like there's police that hire with our tax money. Yep. They'll hire like outside like trained like military killers to come in.
Yeah. Militia
and like do like seminars. And the guy's like, all right, man. So they'll read like a verse from the Bible, and it's like that like vaguely justifies killing somebody who broke the law. Like just like kind of like, yeah, that means that. Yeah. And then
go ahead.
It's crazy. No, and they'll just be teaching like the tactics, like killing tactics and stuff. It's like, dude, why should you have to know how to kill somebody?
You know what that reminds me of is the Sacha Baron Cohen, Who is America, the Israel bro, where he's teaching people how to,
the IDF guy, the IDF guy.
Aran Morad, Aran in Israel.
That guy's hilarious.
Dude, he's the best. Dude.
The one where he had the conservative guys like showing their ass because he said Muslims don't like gay people, so showing like spread your ass cheeks at him.
He was wearing the strap-on dildo and being like, if last resort, you bite the dick if you're and he's like literally like having the bro like bite his dick.
Yeah, I know, dude. But that's what I'm saying. I guess my point was with the conservatives, it's like they will give up their freedom if it means like potential safety from non-white people.
Because they're cucks, dude. That's all that it's.
They're cucks. I will never. I don't ever want to hear about freedom or like rights from people who are like more police, please. Yeah. And what does that say when they're the only ones that want more police? They're not the only ones. Yeah. I mean, we will get to more because the liberal like. I'll get to that in a sec, I guess. But the conservative talking point is I need guns because I fear this, right? We know what this is, right? We know what they fear, right? So it's like I need police protection because of this.
Yeah.
And it's like so at what point do you start to realize why you might think you need that protection? At what point does like a city like Atlanta where they're saying they're burning down your own city, it's among white and black, Atlanta has the highest gap in salaries.
Yeah.
Between white. It's like I don't know what it was, but it was like 80,000 to like something super low, like for like black people.
Atlanta's a trippy place, dude. It's
a trippy place, dude. It's like so you can't stop crime without stopping poverty, right? You can't. I mean, and even then, you don't stop crime, but it doesn't become like some crazy thing like crime waves and stuff. You can't. So if you were really interested in stopping crime, which I don't believe they are, I believe they're more into like just basically arresting more people. As the illusion to stop crime, when you realize it's a profit prison system that you don't make any money off of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so you can't stop crime without stopping poverty. So if you don't have any interest in stopping poverty, I really don't care about your crime police take.
Yeah. There's overlap.
That's I get it. Yeah.
And stopping poverty won't stop racist cops, but it will immediately, but it will create such a buffer, you know what I mean? And it'll you'd still have to take measures. Like socialism doesn't stop police brutality. I'll be the first person to say that. And
it doesn't.
But it will trigger the preconditions to begin to where where like these things would be such a magnifying glass would be put on them that you know what I mean? It's like one of those things.
Exactly. Well, and like for me, my